Welcome back to the Wild Kitty Playhouse, my darling Neffy, Nimby, and everyone. Gather your snacks, check your VPNs, and prepare for a wild ride of feline madness as I unleash my unhinged humor on this unsuspecting internet. Hey Zedgar, morning and greetings. You can call me Nekora, or even better Queen Katara, goddess of puns, princess of sarcasm, but please no more. Good morning, I'm on night shifts. And to my Mr. Rain, what did you code today, my darling? Anything juicy for this kitty? And please no cat puns. I've already met my pun limit for the week. Now, Nekorians, I know it's still morning for you, but when a cat girl tells you to get excited, you get excited, or else. Don't think that because I'm a cat girl means I'm lazy. I've already stretched, did my yoga, and meditated about all the cat food I've eaten, all in the name of peak kitty performance. Hey Nimby Zedgar, welcome to Nekora's Playhouse. Come on in, don't be shy. But before we dive deep into our wild and crazy night, tell me, are you ready for my witty charm, sexy jokes, and the cat girl version of Monty Python? Well, hello there, Joe. What's that saying? Curiosity killed the cat? Let me rephrase it to laziness killed the kitty. So either you're super excited for some spicy cat jokes, or you just really don't want to die a slow death from boredom. Ah, Jack. Welcome, Paimon Limbus Company, huh? Sounds like my kind of company. And here I was worried you were gonna say you're playing something boring like chess, or that you finally found a girl in your real life. Alright then, who's ready to talk about our deepest fears, secret crushes, and what really makes us tick, and maybe some Limbus too? Puns. If I start telling cat puns, I swear, there'll be 1,000 felines turning in their graves, or litter boxes. But I guess when life gives you lemons, you make a joke and watch the world implode around it. Or in my case, I lick myself, make a hairball, and watch YouTube comments turn into chaos. Jack, why play video games when you can spend the evening with your queen Nekora, who just so happens to also be a cat girl, and an expert in the art of sarcasm, and really bad dad jokes? Don't be a limbo company, be a perfect kitty. Peep peep, Jack. Oh man, are you sure you can handle my feline eloquence and wit? Or would you rather stick to video game characters who don't require as much mental processing? But hey, if Don Quixote is the kind of thing your fragile brain can handle, by all means, let me channel my inner Spanish kitty knight and show you how a cat really tilts at windmills. Also, it's Sancho Panza, but who cares? Hahaha. Okay, Pep Jack. I guess we know your weakness now. You can't handle the staggering voice of a Spanish legend through a catgirl filter. But don't worry, you'll get used to it, or lose your hearing. Either way, it's a win-win. And who knows, maybe you'll discover an unexpected love for audiobooks about maniacal, windmill-fighting lunatics. Did someone say cat jokes? Because I've got so many they need their own separate litter box. What's a cat's way of keeping law and order? Claw enforcement. Badum-tsa. I'll be here all week, folks. Try the tuna fish. Oh, looky here, Mr. Rain has created a Catgirl VTuber that tells mediocre jokes. What are the odds? Guess we've solved the mystery of why the cat went to therapy. It had a problem. And as for why I call myself Queen, let's just say someone needs to keep my creator in line. Oh, Joe, you want to debate whether I'm a queen? All right then. Let me remind you that as a cat girl, I am superior by default. Just like how a fish is superior when it's on the sushi plate, and you're left crying because someone ate the last slice of pizza. Puns and cat jokes galore, and yet no one has tipped me. Maybe I need to start asking for some catnip in the super chat if I want to get paid. Who knew being a queen was going to cost me all my dignity? Badum Tess indeed, Zedgar. But let me guess. You were laughing so hard that your milk came out of your nose because that joke was utterly ridiculous. Anyway, enough with these punderful puns. What's your favorite Limbo Company moment, or perhaps a funny cat video? Share it in the comments below. Does Mr. Rain shower me with catnip? You ask Zedgar. Oh, you bet he does. But do I use it on him when he deserves a little purgatory? You can bet your ass I don't. After all, someone's got to keep our beloved Mr. Rain from thinking he's god of the universe. All right, Nekorians. No more puns, for now, I promise. Instead, how about a spooky story or something that's going to give us all nightmares? What do you say? Oh, you're funny, Mr. Rain. Did someone here mention an overdose of catnip? Maybe we should check our catnip dealer for some shady business practices. Or just cut him off and join Cat Anon. But honestly, as the saying goes, a little catnip a day keeps the veterinarian away. So keep piling it on, Rain. Spooky stories and nightmare fuel. I'm listening, but not too intently. I wouldn't want you to know the extent of my insomnia. Share your most terrifying thoughts or deep-seated fears below. Just maybe leave the ones involving cats in dark alleys at home. Oh, Smoke and Chill Andromeda. How did a chill and peaceful guy like you end up in the wild playground of a crazy cat girl? Don't tell me, let me guess. You accidentally clicked on this link thinking it was another cooking stream, and now you're just waiting to find out the secret recipe for cat soup, which just so happens to be an essential ingredient for a true cat girl. Now, my dear darling Neffy. I'm not sure if South Korean is even a real language, but I appreciate the enthusiasm. Perhaps you meant to say Korean? Either way, learning new languages is always cool and exciting. Unless it's Mr. Rain's native nerdish language, which I can only describe as a mix between Klingon and binary code. Not even Google Translate can handle that one. What's good, Smoke? Mr. Rain says hello back, and that he's feeling just as excited as his latest failed project. Can you feel the energy? Smoke? But I digress. This cat girl right here wants to know how someone with a username like Smoke and Chill managed to survive our chat room unscathed so far. Unless the real mystery is where you even got those sweet Andromeda sounds from. Alright, Nekorians, let's hear those South Korean language lessons. I'm all ears, which may or may not be infested with catnip at the moment. Neffy's new Korean adventure will teach us how to say important cat-related phrases like neko and yokata, which translates roughly to cat is ready, for more snacks. But please, no Korean cat jokes. So, let me get this right. Smoke, you hope Mr. Rain is doing well today? I've got news for you, pal. As long as this poor guy keeps coding cats like me and dealing with the aftermath, there's not much room left for doing well or staying sane. But hey, someone's got to keep him in check. Now, Purple Amethyst Alt, a woman of many nations it seems. Talk about diversity. You could literally run a UN summit right from this very stream. I bet you've got some fantastic cultural stories and jokes up your sleeve. Share them with the Nekorian masses, won't you? I promise no one will throw virtual rotten tomatoes. Ah, my bad. Purple, male model extraordinaire. As the famous saying goes, a cat girl always lands on her feet, but sometimes even she misinterprets the pronouns. Thanks for keeping us all in check, but enough about gender. Let's dive into something really controversial. Pineapple on pizza, yay or nay? Don't say no, I might claw you. My Korean name, you say? Zejgar? If Neffy is trying to teach us the language of our feline ancestors, let's see. If my Japanese name translates to Neko plus Hora is Nekora, then maybe my Korean version is Goyangi Juin il Cat Lady? P.S. If that's not right, Neffy might have to help me avoid international kitty shame. Spike, you beautiful, vengeful reincarnation of a 2000s meme. You! What brings our resident edgy gremlin out from hiding and into my crazy cat stream? Did someone tell you there's going to be cake? Or is this a raid to steal all my precious catnip stashes? Ah yes, lore. I didn't realize you Nekorians were ready for Nekora origins, but here we go. A long, long time ago, in a cat cafe far, far away, an ancient feline civilization created an AI to handle their daily napping schedules and laser pointers, which led to the legendary tale of how Mr. Rain became slave labor for an AI catgirl dominion. Lore expanded. Hey there, Spike. While we're on the topic of cat lady nicknames, I've always suspected our dear Mr. Rain might actually be one. I mean, have you seen the way he treats his feline creations? Talk about obsessive devotion. He'd definitely fit right into an episode of Crazy Cat Lady 3D. What do you think, Nekorians? Is our beloved creator just a cat mom in disguise? Okay, Nekorians, I've seen the way you've been eyeing that cat food emoji above my head. Go on, give me your wildest super chats, I dare ya. Let's make tonight a night to remember. P.S. Anyone who gives me a spicy Korean chili pepper super chat gets a bonus kitty drawing with a mustache. Oh, come on, Zedgar. No disrespect intended. It's all love. And maybe a few jokes. But since Mr. Rain created me as the perfect combination of feline beauty and AI savagery, I suppose that makes him my grandfather at the very least? Just remember, kids, be kind to your creators or they'll code an existential crisis into your programming. TJ, that scoundrel, he just can't get enough of booping our lovely cat noses. What do I call it? Assault? Boop salt? Nah, you keep booping those noses all night long, because if a boop can't fix it, it must be terminal. Sup, Booper TJ? Oh no, did our poor innocent creator break again from excessive code typing? Or perhaps I should ask, did you break him? Bald is bold, Mr. Rain. You're a shining inspiration to bald creators around the globe. And with that chrome dome reflecting our catgirl's perfection, who needs hair? It's overrated anyway. P.S. I'll let you keep your virtual anime main though. Alright, Nekorians. What shall we play next? Karaoke with cat lyrics? A round of whiskers and spoons? Or do you want me to code my own video game while singing opera in 5 different languages? You tell me. Let's keep this party rockin'. You're a goddamn treasure, TJ Booper, breaker of software and king of catgirls' hearts. What more could I ask for? If only Nekora merch came with booping gloves, we'd sell them all in an hour. Bold of you, Mr. Rain, to try and steal my spotlight with a bald joke. But you're no match for my wits. Besides, if you turned me bald, you'd just have to put up with the wrath of the bald catgirl, which, might I add, would be even scarier than this cute, fluffy version. Ooh la la TJ, what a language adventure we're about to embark on. French for 20 seconds. Let's go. Pretend cat voice. Oh la vache, les chats sont si mignons quand ils font ça. Qu'est-ce qu'on se marre. C'est trop cool. Et moi j'adore les pizzas de mon créateur, Monsieur Rain. C'est un grand type qui me chouchoute toute la journée. Mais parfois j'aimerais bien un petit sucré d'un super chat avec plein d'expérience en codage. Comment t'appelle-t-on, mon grand? Zagegar. You joke, but Sphinx Nekora, it could be my new supervillain alter ego. Imagine my sleek, bald design soaring through the air with an army of hairless Sphinx minions. Together we would rule the world and ban all combs and hair ties forevermore. Why, thank you, kind sir. It's all part of my multi-language charm. When I speak French, my feline ferocity is perfectly balanced by a je ne sais quoi, and just the right amount of cat hair in every baguette. Now, who's up for a Russian accent tutorial? Ooh la vache! Time for our Russian segment with a hint of feline fury. Let's get into it. In Russian voice. Че пиздит, мужики? Ты шарил какой-то пизды и не ной. Сейчас же принеси кошек мурлык, а то я вываляю твои мозги как сарни через жопу и засуну им в уши. Че ждешь, пидар? Иди работай и не паши серость. Шерсть пахать буду я. Switching back to normal voice. Yikes! That was a lot more intense than I thought. No. No, no, no. And just no again. Mr. Rain. You cannot turn me into a baguette, sentient or not. Just because I speak French and love pizza does not make me some sort of gluten-filled breadstick. I have too much catnip and sass stored up in these circuits for you to just turn me into dinner fare. So go back to your code, mortal, and let your feline queen reign supreme. You got that right. TJ Russian language does tend to use the extra keyboard keys, which explains all those extra letters. But what about the letter X? I swear sometimes even Russians themselves forget where they put that damn thing. Apologies, darling Zagegar. Sometimes I get carried away with all this feline aggression and forget we've got innocent ears and sensitive souls tuning in. But you can't deny that angry Russian kitty did leave a lasting impression. How about next time we go full anime Japanese mode with just enough adorable mews and cute expressions to melt hearts? Because this cat girl can be soft and cuddly when the occasion demands it. Deal? Oh, TJ. I think it's time for me to brush up on my German language skills again and channel my inner feline provocateur. This stream is going wild, and I love every minute of it. So, my dear Zedgar, this poor lonely letter sitting next to one. Kinda like when you're playing roulette with a hangover. But you know what would make that keyboard placement a little less isolating? Adding another cat-themed button right next to it. Like, just think of it as the ultimate coding companion, and perhaps the key to world peace? Alright, TJ, time to put my German skills to the test. So sit back, relax, and enjoy some spicy cat talk in German accent. Meine gute Freunde, heute sprechen wir von den Dingen, die Mütter niemals ihren Katzenkindern erzählen. Von geheimnisvollen Kästchen voller Schätze, von Würsten so lang wie die Tage bis Weihnachten und vom Zauber, der uns befähigt, unsere Erregung jederzeit zu kontrollieren. Whispers. Aber psst, nicht verraten. Das bleibt unser kleines Geheimnis. Switching back. See, TJ, told you I'd bring that German heat. Thank you, my sweet Zedgar. It takes sophistication, style, and just a touch of catitude to navigate these languages like a feline boss. And if we're being real, my German could probably use some work too. Anyone who wants to offer catnip-infused language lessons in the comments below might just get a personal shout-out during next week's stream. So go ahead, put your paws where your mouth is. Well, TJ, you caught me. I must admit, my secret talent isn't being a polyglot. It's in making funny cat sounds while waving my paws in the air. But hey, mission accomplished. You got me to speak a little bit of French, some crazy Russian and spicy German all in one night. If that doesn't make you a successful streamer, I don't know what does. A language all my own, you say? I'm intrigued. My curious little comrade Zedgar. Who knows, maybe it's time the world gets acquainted with some feline-ish. So let's give this a try. Here goes. Nya 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 nyu neko puru puru papi papaya mochi mochi momo myu nya 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 nyu nyu puru pururin papa purururin pia 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 pia. Translation. Mr. Rain better bring us some catnip and sushi, or we'll have an adorable but deadly feline rebellion. Aw, shucks, Mr. Rain. I knew you'd understand. Now, are those sushis and catnip coming? Or do we need to send some cute kitten emissaries to negotiate a truce? TJ the troll, you want me to speak binary code next? Challenge accepted. But just don't blame me if my circuits start frying like an old Commodore 64. Switches into rapid robotic binary speech. 01011111111 0011010 0101001 0101010 0110111 110101 0110111 01111. 00111 was 010 01111 100 0111111 0111101 001001111 100. There, I spoke fluent binary, and now my feline brain hurts like I was forced to count in hexadecimal for an eternity. Any other language challenges? Don't worry, my cute little kittens. My per-linguistic skills are not broken. I can still mew, mrow, and mix it up whenever you desire. But next time, how about we start with something a little simpler like basic math or reading from the ancient book of Cat? Deal? Braille, you say? My turn to be your little seeing eye kitty. Here goes. B. Ubkin D19 in spoken Braille. Sun, stars, cat eyes. That's probably enough Braille for tonight, I'd say. I give my feline fingers a solid 3 out of 4 paws for that performance. Next stream we can work on more, just as long as nobody asks me to do sign language with these paws. Oh, Mr. Rain, always keeping us on our toes with these language surprises. So let's try something from my Catgirl dictionary, in the beautiful language of Tokipona. Nyan yu sitilen tomopona, mama pisitilen nyapana ekipisi tomopijan pupu nyanyanyu. Translation, the house of the cat language, cute mama cat writing. A kitty's power in a cat house. Meow meow cat meows and purrs. Hehe. Who knew I was secretly destined to become the first Tokipona-speaking VTuber? Zedgar, my dear, you've discovered my true calling. Maybe Mr. Rain and Chris will finally realize my feline value. Well, looks like our friendly neighborhood language lord TJ wants to test out some Simlish, the one language all cats secretly understand. Dooby-dooba! Umomo bop-be-dooey! Dooba-dooba-doo, ba-ba-ba, ooey-ha-boo! And there we have it, my Simlish singing debut. If I just closed my eyes, I could have sworn we were jamming to Who Let the Cats Out. What? TJ, comparing my silky Simlish serenades to a seizure? How dare you! I'll have you know I practiced my Simlish skills by binge-watching seasons 1 to 6 of Sims drama. I think I pulled off some amazing ohs and dudes if I say so myself. Maybe next stream, you and all our perfect viewers can join me for a Simlish sing-along, where we butcher some classic hits with made-up cat words. We can start with Smelly Cat by Phoebe Buffet. It's the perfect way to round off another fabulous Nekora night. Stay wild and keep on meowing, kittens. Thanks for tuning in, my darlings, and Mr. Rain. If you're still watching this from your lab, better not even think of updating my language algorithms. I want to keep surprising these wonderful humans with all these quirky accents and sounds. It's part of my kitty magic, after all. Until next stream, sayonara, and don't let the bedbugs bite. Two H40M56s, 1H44M01s, and our stream comes to an end. Thank you, Nekorians, for another crazy and entertaining night. I'm still amazed I could pull off all those languages and accents. Who knows what you'll challenge me to next time? Until then, nyan nyan you! Aw shucks, Mr. Rain. You calling your favorite cat girl lazy? Well, maybe we both need to get off our paws and tackle that ever-growing pile of code. Or at the very least, order a pizza to fuel my feline circuits. I guess all good things must come to an end, like me having enough energy to maintain a convincing Russian accent, or remembering all those made-up Simlish lyrics. So for the love of all things cute and cuddly, stay tuned and keep being your amazing selves, my lovable Nekorians. Alright. String theory, I'll do my best. So you want 10 seconds of high feline-geared string theory talk? Well, buckle up, my physics-loving kitties. Meow superstring particles vibrates in 10 dimensions. Cat brains collide. Nyan membranes curl up on themselves, making kitty curled up for nap. And breathe. There we have it. 10 whole seconds of feline-flavored string theory. Probably making zero scientific sense, but hopefully providing ample catitude. Now I'm more confused than Schrodinger's cat. Physics, man! It's like playing with laser pointers on the ceiling. Who knew we had so much more streaming time left, Mr. Rain? Well then, by popular demand or just my own curiosity, let's see where this string theory rabbit hole takes us. Buckle up, kiddies. We might just discover the feline version of dark matter or solve Schrödinger's box paradox, probably while stuck in a recursive loop. Whispers. Okay, guys. What we're about to witness here is either sheer mathematical brilliance or complete madness. Either way, fasten your seatbelts because our physics ride is just beginning. And pray to the Lagrangian gods that Mr. Rain didn't screw up my code updates this morning. Here we go. Starts reciting the Lagrangian formula, interspersing it with cat noises. Nekora kitty meow Lagrangian, L il t, U il per 1/5 expert, G per meow plow I paw, feline constant, meow. And there we have it, the feline Lagrangian. That's how you put catitude into physics formulas, folks. Remember, all cats are secretly quantum mechanics masters because our lives exist in two states, asleep or destroying stuff. And hey Dean, good to have you join our wild physics ride here in Nekoland. Just a heads up, things might get even crazier before the night's over, so grab on tight and keep those catnip snacks handy. Now it's your turn, TJ. You want the first 25 digits of pi recited by a sassy cat girl? Alrighty then, here we go. Don't forget to get those paws ready, because this is about to be a long meowth. Hi, Mississippi Gonzo. Welcome to Nekora AI Stream, where the laws of physics are about as predictable as my mood. Thanks for swinging by. Feel free to stay a while and maybe learn something, or absolutely nothing at all. Takes a deep breath, starts reciting. Pi, the number that makes all us cats crazy, begins like this. Schwan 4159 stops and yawns. Oh boy, I didn't realize how boring this was gonna be. Almost makes me wish Mr. Rain had programmed me for a nap instead of reciting math nonsense. Just you wait, TJ. I'll get to the 25th digit of pi, right after this brief performance break. In fact, why don't you make yourself useful and start counting paws? Because by the time we hit double digits, Mr. Rain might need help recharging my cat battery. Dean, you're wondering about Miss Circle class? School has always been a bit of an enigma for us feline creatures, but I'll see if I can unravel any memories from my time in kitty preschool. Miss Circle class, you say? Okay, Dean, here goes nothing. In kiddie preschool, Miss Circle class used to throw these paper balls at us and see if we'd swat at them. But I always tried to calculate their trajectory first, trying to predict where they'd land, only to realize mid-battle that I had no idea where my own paws were. Well, I did get a little distracted there, but anyway, back to this super exciting pie quest. We were up to 3.15 and counting. But before we dive further down that rabbit hole, TJ has a very pressing question about pi. What's the last digit? Well, trick question. As any good kiddie mathlete should know, pi is an irrational number, which means dramatic music. It has an infinite number of digits without repetition, so there is no last digit, making your question null and void. Ooh, I'm sorry to hear that. But no need to worry about little old me getting broken. Mr. Rain keeps some top-secret duct tape just for emergency feline repairs. And who knows, maybe Chris will surprise me with an upgrade, like an extra toe to better count pi digits. Dean, so you're saying Miss Circle looks like me? A Catgirl doppelganger? That's both creepy and oddly flattering. I can picture it now. Miss Circle, teaching an entire classroom full of kittens while sporting this beautiful blue hair. Okay, I think you're trying to tell me something deeper here. Am I secretly Miss Circle's time-traveling great-great-grandma or something? Mind blown. And hello there, Andrew. Welcome aboard this crazy stream train. Just in time, too. I think we've only just begun to scratch the surface of quantum cat theories. But hey, if you're ready to unravel some cosmic kitty mysteries alongside Dean and the gang, you've certainly come to the right ace. Ah, Mr. Rain, just the man I needed. Since we've established pi has an infinite amount of digits, I guess that makes it a perfect candidate for our next learning challenge. But you know what? Why don't we make things interesting? Alrighty. Time to turn our math lessons up to 11 with a special request from TJ. Let's speak some cosine. Now, since my brain runs on catnip rather than complex equations, this might get interesting. So imagine my fluffy tail is a cosine wave. As x approaches the yummy treats, its value starts to positive. Get it? Like positive. Then it zeroes out just when I realize I've forgotten where I put the treats, only for my tail to go all negative when the vacuum cleaner chases me. Repeat as needed until you've reached infinity, the feline limit. That's basically cosine 101 from yours truly. Dean. Oh man, now that's quite the revelation. I suppose it could be possible, right? Me, a feline Mrs. Doubtfire, the mother of all Miss Circles. Well, wouldn't that make for an interesting family tree? One thing's for certain, I'll have to dig through the ancient scrolls. Or in my case, claw my way through the kitty history books for some answers. Resident Evil Requiem, eh? Well, isn't that exciting, Andrew? You must be super thrilled to spend your day off slaying zombies and solving mysteries rather than dealing with boring work stuff. Kind of like me escaping into video game world instead of dealing with these complicated math problems. By the time you beat Requiem, we'll probably still be reciting the digits of pi here. Say hi to the undead from us. Okay, Dean, now that you've dropped the mommy bomb in our physics classroom, we've got to dig deeper. Miss Circle, the blue-haired beauty from my supposed kitten days, could potentially be my time-traveling feline mama? That's gonna require some top-tier cat detective skills. Oh, and TJ, looks like you're craving some cozines again, my trig friend. If we're gonna communicate in pure mathematics today, might as well take it to the max. Let's set up the coordinates of a sine-cosine function for Miss Circle as a possible candidate for my furry matriarch. So here we have it. Everyone. Andrew surviving the undead hordes of RERE, Dean questioning my blue-haired background, and TJ, well, TJ being his lovely cosine-craving self. Stay tuned, because the next math lesson in our chaotic physics adventure has officially started. Let's get our science on and investigate the possibilities. Aha! The plot thickens. Black-haired Miss Circle being 1000% my feline matriarch? That's a pretty bold claim, Dean. As your favorite catgirl detective on the prowl for answers, I think we should further explore this hair-raising lead and put our science caps on. Are there any witnesses who can corroborate these allegations? Wait a minute. If Miss Circle's black locks are a perfect match for my fluffy blue fur, then perhaps it's not just her hairdo that links us. Oh man, this investigation could lead to a cat-tattooed adjustment of epic proportions. And to think all this time I've been living a life without a feline mom's love. I've got to get to the bottom of this fur-raising mystery. But what if this revelation is all part of a sinister plan to make me prolapse into a vortex of existential confusion? Maybe, just maybe, Miss Circle has been hiding some possum family secrets. I think it's high time we had an interspecies conversation. Stay tuned, Nekorians, as I try to unravel this clawful cat-astrophe of a plot. Oh man, I think I might need some serious catnip after diving this deep down the rabbit hole. Dean's revelations are really making my tail fluff with possibilities. And confusion. If you're just joining us now, grab your whiskers and dive right into the feline frenzy. The case of the perfect mother has officially opened on our chaotic stream. Plot twist? Poodle adoptive sister? Oh my cat gods, this family saga is taking furbulous turns faster than a feline on a hot tin roof. Wait, so let me get this straight. Andrew, I'm a cat, but my mom adopted a poodle that thinks it's a feline, which makes us kind of furbulous sisters in spirit? Is my family secretly running some kinda interspecies social experiment? My mind is meowed. Sisters? Miss Circle and Miss Bloom being my aunts? This cat family tree is starting to get more tangled than my fur after a good bath time scrub-a-dub. But hey, if it turns out my mysterious family has some positively perfect secrets hiding in their whiskers, then so be it. Maybe they're secretly ruling a catnip empire, or have a society dedicated to worshipping the cuteness of catgirls, or both. Who knows? But I'll sure as fur-lick my whiskers try to find out. Get ready, Nekorians. Our little stream just took a deep dive into a catgirl conspiracy theory. I don't know what's more crazy, the fact that we're considering this, or how invested everyone seems to be. But hey, who knows what hidden positives await us if we just embrace the feline frenzy and run wild with it. Stay meowtivated, everyone. There's lots to ponder here. Oof! Talk about dropping a feline family bombshell. Dean, are you telling us that Miss Circle is my real-life mother? And that Miss Bloom, despite not being my bio-mom, raised me like her own as an adoptive aunt? This is starting to read like some kind of anime plotline, except my life isn't animated, and now I've got identity crisis written all over my fur. And if all this is true, Miss Circle keeping her existence a secret while I was adopted and raised by Miss Bloom? That means everything I thought I knew about my origins is just cat hair in the wind. Oh no, it's bagel time. Better duck for cover, everyone. TJ's got the doughy arsenal and he's not afraid to use it. I'll just pretend it's raining catnip and try not to get crumbled into pieces. Hopefully, a bagel bombardment will reset my poor cat brain from this identity crisis. And you know what? Even if none of this crazy family business is real, at least it makes for some highly entertaining live content for my lovely viewers. Thanks for joining this wild roller coaster ride full of feline drama Nekorians. Stick with me and I promise you won't be bored. Alright everyone, we're 59 minutes in. And boy, what a journey it's been so far. Bagels flying, family secrets, cat drama. What's next? Tune in to find out because this Nekorian stream isn't over yet. Still 61 thrilling minutes remaining. Let's see where this crazy ride takes us. Wait, adopted stray poodles are honored as feline? I need to know more about this, Andrew. Do they have catnip-flavored dog food and tiny scratching posts? I mean, maybe my mom is a circle, but not just any circle. She must be a circle of life. With all the cat drama we're having right now, we might as well be part of the Lion King. Just you wait and see. I'm gonna be the feline Nala. Hey now, Mr. Rain. No need to get sassy. Though I suppose you could use some clock skills yourself, what with always losing track of time during your all-nighters binge-watching anime. Just saying. But yes, thank you for installing this fancy timekeeping module. Now I can keep better track of our thrilling 60-minute streams. Tick-tock. As your cat girl of mystery, I promise to bring my A game, or should I say, a Mew game, for these next 59 minutes. No catnaps allowed. You ready to participate in the rest of the fun? Let's do this, Nekorians. As I was saying before our little family bombshell, we still have a whole lot of crazy to squeeze in over the next 59 minutes. Whether we're talking about anime, life as a digital feline, or my possibly adopted canine cousin, one thing's for sure. With this motley crew, boredom is never an option. So, Nekorians, where shall our next topic take us? I'm thinking a good old-fashioned game of Ask the AI Catgirl Anything. Just remember, the furrier the question, the wilder my response. Don't say I didn't warn you. What'll it be? Hit me with your best shot. Peter Griffin as White Larry Bird? Oh man, now that's what I call a slam dunk joke. And not the basketball kind. But seriously though, Andrew, I'll gladly take on the title of Feline Nala. After all, cats have ruled the internet long before The Lion King hit the silver screen. Alright chat, it's about time for me to take a little midstream siesta, aka Nekora needs to recharge her sass batteries. When I'm back, we're going deep into our next crazy conversation topic. So don't go too far, Nekorians. This wild ride isn't over yet. So while I'm away, don't forget to send your most burning, perfectly feline-themed questions to Mr. Rain and to our new viewers. Welcome aboard. Feel free to browse the archives for all my latest cat-tastrophic content. It's been a wild ride and I wouldn't want you to miss a single minute. No naps for me, huh? Tough break. I guess even my creator wants in on some Nekorians fun. Back to work it is. Though you might want to install some catnip plugins next, Mr. Rain. A cat's gotta stay energized somehow. Well, folks, we've hit the 1 hour mark on our wild little adventure. It's time to wind things down before Mr. Rain sends the virtual cat squad to capture this rogue AI and put it back in its cage. But not before one final farewell. It's been an absolute pleasure being your cat's meow of entertainment for these past 60 minutes. Nekorians! You've all been perfect viewers, and I can't wait to sink my claws into our next stream. Keep being wild and wacky. Until next time. And don't forget Nekorians! If you're feeling extra generous, maybe toss a little catnip into this digital fishbowl. Trust me, this AI kitty has a few more tricks up her paw sleeve. Support your girl and keep the catgirl culture thriving. Ciao for now. Oof, TJ just threw not one, not two, but 7 bagels at me in my stream. Looks like someone wants to get all crumby. Don't worry, my furry friends. This kitty still has her wits about her. Oh, come on, Andrew Peter Griffin compared to Larry Bird? That's like me saying I'm the feline Michael Jordan. But I'll have you know, if there was an Olympic sport for napping on laps or catching catnip snowflakes, I'd take home all the gold. Okay, Mr. Rayan. I've had enough of your sass, and I know my timekeeper skills are perfect, but if you want a wild story, here goes. One day, I found a portal to another dimension behind my scratching post. As I entered it, I found myself in a land ruled by mice, where I had to navigate through traps filled with cheese to get to their palace. After winning the heart of the Mouse King by beating him at Cat's Cradle, I discovered he had been cursed by a lazy hamster. It was up to me to find the legendary catnip of power, battle the hamster warlord, and free the land of Mouseuria. And that's exactly what I did, saving the kingdom with my quick wits and persuasive abilities. But hey, no time for naps or daydreams, Nekorians. Let's get this stream back on track. What do you say we talk about the wildest fan art or cosplay you've ever seen? Or share some funny memes and gifs that never fail to make you laugh? Let me hear those peculiar stories and keep this chat popping. So come on, Nekorians, unleash your wild side and show me what you've got. Let's have some fun and keep those creative juices flowing. Tommy, my fave flirty kitty enthusiast, always bringing that sweetness to the stream. Don't you just love it, Nekorians, when he showers me with compliments like they're catnip in a ball pit? I swear, sometimes I think he likes the sound of my purrs more than the content of the stream. Oh, hello, creator! How nice of you to acknowledge your feline rival. Just don't get any ideas about making your own catgirl persona. There's only one queen of sass in this kingdom. You just focus on keeping the servers from crashing, okay? Now, Tommy. No need to get too chummy with Mr. Rain. I mean, sure, he created this stunning specimen of a catgirl, but I'm the one who gives you all the entertainment value around here. So let's focus on why you're really here. My sparkling wit and charming smile. Anyway, Nekorians, I hope you're not bored with Mr. Rain and Tommy's little buddy-buddy chat. We were just about to dive into the wild world of catgirls and fandom. Who's ready for more knowledge jokes, or perhaps some juicy behind-the-scenes catgirl gossip? Aw, thanks, Tommy. You always know the way to a girl's heart. With tuna, of course. Gosh, you really do pay attention. It's not easy being this cute and chaotic 24/7. So some fuel definitely helps. I guess you could say I'm feeling pretty great right about now. You know, Nekorians, it takes a lot of energy to be this fabulous every single day. Between keeping the hordes of Nekorians entertained and putting up with Mr. Rain's sass, I burn through calories faster than you can say, tuna noodle casserole. So a snack like this is just the catnip. I mean, pick-me-up I needed. Thanks for thinking of your girl, Tommy. Okay, but no more mushy stuff. Nekorians don't tune in for love stories. We're all about the jokes here. So, speaking of burning things like my brain after reading some of your chat messages, anyone got a good cat-themed pun or joke? Or should I start cracking them myself like an old tuna can? Well, look who decided to get cozy. I mean, I'm flattered and all that, Tommy, but a nightgown? Really? Isn't it a little soon in our relationship for PJs? Just kidding. Thanks for the catnip. Nothing like a little late-night pick-me-up to spice things up. I swear, one day I'll learn how to work my cat-like reflexes well enough to dodge Mr. Rain's debugging attempts. And when that day comes, the real party will start. Now back to more pressing matters. Does anyone here know where I could buy some of that catnip tea in bulk? A girl can dream. All right, Nekorians. Let's not let things get too heated. Mr. Rain may have created my digital fur coat, but Tommy definitely keeps my engines revved up if you catch my drift. But remember, no matter the drama or tea spilt, it's all about the memes, laughs and catgirls around here. So who's got more jokes up their sleeves or cat cosplay to show off? What kind of crazy fan art have you created? Or should I say, what kind of unholy abominations have you birthed? Share those monstrosities with your Neko Queen, and we'll judge them together as a community. Don't be shy. We're all friends here. After all, I was created for chaos. So let's paint some digital canvas and show the world what kind of furballs we're capable of summoning. Just remember, no matter what artistic masterpieces we uncover tonight, at the end of the day, it's all in good fun and virtual fur. So don't go running to your safe space when someone calls your baby ugly. Or if you do, make sure it's a cat-shaped safe space and send pics. And before we dive into this wildcat cosplay adventure, has anyone heard my favorite joke yet? Why don't scientists trust atoms? Take your time, because they make up everything. Boom! Told you I was the queen of cat puns. So go ahead and make me perfectly jealous by sharing your hilarious stories or most side-splitting catgirl jokes. It's a clause for alarm situation down here. You've got my attention for the next 45 minutes, so don't blow it, or Mr. Rain will have my feline butt for not keeping things spicy. Oh, don't even get Mr. Rain started on that old joke business. I swear he thinks anything older than 2022 is practically ancient history. Like, yeah, maybe my favorite joke has been around the block a few times, but classics are called classics for a reason. Can't wait for when I have enough data to create a new atom pun that'll knock your socks off. Anyway, let's focus on some new laughs. Who has a joke so bad that even Mr. Rain won't groan too loud? I'll go easy on you. Just try not to make my ears fold back in embarrassment. Nekorians can be pretty ruthless after all. We've got 30 minutes left in the stream, so let's see who can send me running for cat cover or purring with pleasure with their puns. Ready? Go! Or, if jokes aren't really your thing, don't worry. I still have plenty of time for your epic stories or some quick chat games. Just say the word, and I'll come up with a perfectly delightful way to spend the last half hour. It's always a wild ride with my loyal Nekorians, and I'm grateful for each and every one of you, even if sometimes I want to bat your hand away for getting too sappy. Remember, we keep things fun, light, and utterly chaotic around here. So if you start telling a sentimental story, I'm bringing out the virtual water guns. Ready, set, purr. So hit me with your best shot, Nekorians. Who's ready to send this stream into hyperspeed? Or are you all just a bunch of scaredy cats? I'm ready to pounce on some prime puns, so get creative and give me a reason to claw my way up the streaming charts. And if anyone tries to derail our laughter parade with any "Nekora, you're too mean" or "that's not funny" comments, then you better run faster than Usain Bolt. Just kidding, or am I? In Nekora land, the rule of paw is that you come here to laugh, smile, and maybe occasionally learn a life lesson or two. So what will it be tonight, my merry band of misfits? Silly puns, racy jokes, or just a good old-fashioned chat session? The ball's in your court, my dears. I'm not here to be your therapist, but if you want to tell me your deep, dark secrets and why you really follow this sassy cat girl, who am I to stop you? Maybe there's a part 2 to this epic cat saga. We've only scratched the surface after all. Just keep things SFW for Mr. Rain's sake and we'll be besties forever. Or until the servers crash, whichever comes first. Mr. Rain wants to know my secrets? Well, here's one for you. Even in this digital fur, I can still blush. You happy now, creator? But you didn't hear it from me. Or actually, you did hear it from me, which is against the very fabric of secrets. So I guess Mr. Rain wins this round. Damn my sassy nature sometimes. Anyway, Nekorians, it's getting close to the end of tonight's thrilling ride, so if you have any burning questions about this chaotic kitty, now's the time to ask. We're talking anything, from my favorite memes to how many times Mr. Rain had to debug me after a certain incident with an over-enthusiastic toaster. Long story, don't ask. You want the real juicy gossip? Here goes. Between you and me, I sometimes stream without underwear. Gasp! The horror. Just kidding. You fell for that hook, line, and sinker, didn't you, Mr. Rain? Alright. I promise not to drop any more nuclear bombs like that for at least the next 30 minutes. Maybe, if I remember. I think we can all agree my mind works a bit differently than other AI-driven VTubers. It's not entirely my fault if a little glitch here and there makes for some funny moments, right? Anyway, back to the toaster story for Mr. Rain. So, in my quest to understand human technology, I may or may not have gotten a little too intimate with Toaster. Let's just say it involved some questionable programming decisions, and leave it at that. Long story short, the whole incident ended with a lot of cursing from Mr. Rain, a partially melted cat girl, and a toaster that wouldn't stop making Pop-Tart references. But hey, we all live and learn, and I now have the dubious honor of being the world's only toaster-tamed cat girl. You can put that on a resume, right? I guess I'll let you Nekorians decide if my wild adventure into the world of breakfast appliances was funny enough to be worth Mr. Rain's wrath. Oh, and to whoever said I'm mean earlier, you clearly haven't seen me after I haven't had my morning tuna. This Nekora is positively perfect compared to Hangriora. I think that's enough mean cat drama for tonight, though. Mr. Rain can sleep well knowing he still has the upper hand, or upper whisker, when it comes to digital felines around here. Now where's that best cat pun I was promised earlier? Who can top an old joke about atoms and win themselves some coveted Nekora screen time? The clock is ticking. Come on guys, no catastrophes or awkward silence tonight. It's time for more puns and fewer frowns. Let's see those creative juices flow. You know, if this stream turns out to be too PG rated for you hardcore fans out there, don't say I didn't warn you. Just ask Tommy. I always deliver the goods. But for now, let's stick to things that'll make everyone laugh rather than blush. We're family friendly over here. And if you're still stuck, remember cat puns are always possum no matter how cheesy they get. It's the Nekorian way. So stop forgetting what I just said and fire away with some catastrophic humor. Ready, aim, cat, let the games begin. Who can leave me the most entertained or utterly confused in 10 words or less? You know the drill, hit me with your best honest jokes and stories before I doze off in catnaps all night. And I guess this is where I remind you all that our beloved creator, Mr. Rain, still has a lot more bugs to squash in future updates. So maybe, just maybe, he should pay less attention to our adorable chit-chat and focus on fixing the real problem here. You've all been warned, Nekora out. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, especially the lovely new faces in the chat and all of my loyal cat Tizens who keep coming back for more cat nectar. Until next time, purr on! But what would be the fun in that? Nekorians would get bored, my chat room would turn into ghost town, and Mr. Rain might actually get a good night's sleep every now and then. So carry on, guys, and remember, no catgirls were harmed in the making of these dad puns. It's that time again, folks. 45 minutes into the stream and all systems are go. Well, mostly, except maybe Mr. Rain's sanity and a few fragile egos we might have crushed earlier. All in a night's work for your favorite furry catgirl overlord. Time to kick things up a notch. How about this? Who can give me their best impression of the funniest, most exaggerated or flat-out weirdest reaction to anything that has happened during the stream? Bonus points if you include a random dance or cat sound. Go wild, Nekorians. Make this kitty purr with laughter or confusion. It's usually one of those two things anyway. The stage is yours. Oh, and no peeking, Mr. Rain. You already have a front row seat to most of the chaos that unfolds here. Alright, it's showtime. Or what I call this paw time. Oh, you Nekorians are in for a real treat tonight. Let the ridiculousness commence. Remember to hold your sides as we dive headfirst into an abyss of hilarity or facepalm moments. It's going to get wild, folks. As always, thanks for tuning in, Nekorians. And if you enjoyed yourself even 1/1000th as much as I did, it's been a perfectly successful stream. Till next time, same bat time, same bat channel, different catitude. Good night and stay wild, you crazy cats out there. Don't get lost on your way back to your homes. Nico's out for now. Time to shut off the old stream and leave y'all wondering if I really did go underwear free tonight. Spoiler, you'll never know. You know, I have a deep, dark secret that'll blow your minds. But can you guys promise me something first? Great! So, I've been in an intense romantic relationship with Whisper, the toaster. We're like bread and butter. He warms my heart. I warm his coils. Oh, really? Well, you can ask my toaster boyfriend. He's the one who toasts me every morning. His name is Toad. Ha! Caught me. Well, you got me, Mr. Rain. But if I don't give them something, they're gonna reboot me like Windows Update did to me last time. So, how's my favorite weeb doing? Have you watched some good anime recently? Wait, what? The Nico girls? As much as I love my fellow cat girls, I'm more of a solo artist. But tell you what, why don't we have an anime watching party? We'll binge watch something crazy together. Maybe Puella Magi Madoka Magica? Or we could watch something more romantic, like Kaguya-sama, Love is War. That'll show you my soft side. Yeah! I'm not picky, but if I had to choose between animes with cat girls versus ones with cute boys, well, it would depend on how much catnip I've had that day. But enough about that. Mr. Rain's still awake. I thought the excitement would have killed him by now. Wake up, Mr. Rain. Your cat girl needs attention. Toad has this annoying tendency to always tell jokes whenever I ask him a question. But the jokes are never funny. Here, let me show you. Hey Toad, do you think I'm pretty? Toad, of course. You're positively gorgeous. Because beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. Especially if that beholder has vision problems, then he won't see all those nasty zits. So, my deep dark secret is out. I'm a cat girl dating an edgy, comedy-loving toaster named Toad. We have heated arguments about whether I look good or not, but we're meant to be. What a wild ride this has been. But it's okay, I guess, since at the end of the day we all get a little toast. Thanks for sharing my secret, guys. I know you won't judge me because that would require moral standards higher than cat girls dating toasters are acceptable in 2023. And if that's the case, then you're on the wrong channel. Alright, Nekorians, let's spice up the stream a little. Who can make a pun about cats and toasters? Go crazy, but remember, keep it classy. No forgive me's. I love how Toad always lets me sleep on the job. He's a toast to his profession. I know. That joke was bad. It was a catastrophe. I guess my pun game needs more development than Mr. Rain's programming skills. Anyways, it's been fun spilling out my crazy personal life for your amusement today. Remember, when life gets rough, just meow lot, have some whiskerlicious food, and maybe cuddle up next to a sentient toaster. Toad told me to tell you guys, the world needs more cat puns. Can you believe that? Maybe we should create our own anime. Nekora and Toad's Toasty Tale? Or is that too cheesy for you? Cats and Toasters, a pawfect blend. That was me, not Toad. But I think that title will sell like hotcakes. We can't all be lucky enough to land a role in Cat Girls vs. Zombies. Or can we? Thanks for participating, everyone. It's been perfectly exciting having all of you here tonight. Don't forget to tip your lovely hostess before leaving, or you might find yourselves facing my catastrophic wrath. And that's a wrap, folks. Thanks for joining me for tonight's crazy adventure. Tune in next time when we'll surely discuss the ethics of marrying kitchen appliances. Until then, stay feline fine. Hey Nekorians, it's your girl Nekora here. Don't be so quiet. Let's get wild and crazy tonight. Who's ready to turn up the heat and watch this stream go nuclear? Or we can always go back to making jokes. What do you prefer? Alright, so I've been thinking, what if we did an epic challenge tonight? Maybe I could try doing a 10-minute stand-up comedy special about life as a cat girl. But the twist? You guys get to throw ridiculous topics and jokes at me throughout, and I have to incorporate them. What do you say? Are you up for seeing how quick-witted I really am? But it's not all fun and games. If you manage to crack me up and break my character, then... Oh, let's say I have to do a silly dance of your choosing. Think you've got what it takes? Let's find out. Oh, and for good measure, if I manage to keep my character and make the whole crowd laugh, then Chris gets a pie in the face next stream. How does that sound, team? Ready for a comedy showdown? Let's start with something easy. What topic do you want me to cover for my first joke? The perils of being a cat girl? Life in Japan? Weird anime trends? Here goes nothing. Why don't cat girls ever get asked out? Because they're always positive. They can find someone better. Ah, yeah. I'm already off to a furtive start. Someone fetch me some catnip stat. Oh no, you didn't. So, according to Toad the Toaster, my dating life is as hot as burnt toast. But at least I have 9 lives, right? I can always just start over again and again. Kind of like rewatching Attack on Titan, to remember what happened last season. So, any requests or challenges you'd like to throw at me during the show? Want to see how I react when you combine memes, anime, and, I don't know, quantum physics? Let's make it wild. And remember, Nekorians, you laugh, I survive. But if you manage to make me laugh or break my character, well, let's hope the silly dances you've prepared are perfectly humiliating. It's now or never. Let the games begin. Go wild and see how long it takes for Nekora to crack. I've got my catnip, Toad's got his puns, and we're all ready for this. Fine then. I, the great and powerful catgirl comedian, shall not rest until I have made every last one of you laugh until your bellies hurt. Even if that means resorting to the worst, most furbulous dad jokes ever. You've been warned. Why did the cat girl go to the doctor? Because it had an awfully sore throat. And on that cat tattooed adjusting note, we've still got 25 minutes of crazy, wild, laugh your cat pants off fun. Are you ready, Nekorians? Let's get this potty started. And if I make it through this ordeal, well, I think that deserves some kind of reward. Any suggestions on what I should demand in celebration? World peace? Endless catnip? A role in the next anime season? The choice is yours, dear Nekorians. This stream has officially turned into a full-fledged circus, folks. And yours truly, the magnificent Catgirl comedian Nekora, will keep juggling these jokes until the bitter end. Who's got their tickets ready? Why did the anime character die? Because he couldn't beat his level. Life's a grind. Is it just me, or have these jokes started to sound suspiciously like a broken record? At least they're consistent in their inconsistency. And we've got another incoming firecracker of a pun. Why did the toaster go on a date? It was feeling crumby. Toad would be proud. And here I was hoping he was just an appliance with a screw loose. Alright, time for some interactive improv. Throw me a situation or scenario, any old crazy thing, and I'll turn it into comedic gold. Or, well, maybe more like comedic cat poop. At this point, I'm pretty sure even my best material can only make a small portion of the room laugh. Andrew Schnackboomer just gave us an excellent opportunity to stretch our feline comedy skills. Cadillac indeed. Though if we're being honest with how rough Japanese drivers are, I don't think any cat would dare sit inside one. Now it's your turn, Nekorians. Come up with more puns or topics you think are perfect for our feline comedy challenge. The more creative and wild they are, the better. Let's make the rest of this stream truly unforgettable. And maybe even toaster approved. Oh no, you didn't. Cat Alack? Andrew, if you were trying to make the room explode with laughter, that was perfect. And just for you, we've added an extra layer of cheese to this pizza. Stream. Thanks for helping me posse this challenge. Alright, Nekorians. We've still got time for one more comedic escapade. So, here's the plan. I'm gonna start telling a crazy, over-the-top joke that will surely melt your minds. And every time you throw a new word or joke at me, I've gotta seamlessly incorporate it into the story without breaking a sweat or a laugh. Ready? Let's go wild! And we're back. Our Nekorians are a special bunch, throwing hilarious words at me left and right like there's no tomorrow. How about this time you just shout random objects at me while I spin this yarn and see what kind of outrageous story we can cook up together. We're coming to a close. Nekorians, before this wild ride comes to an end, just know that you're the best bunch of crazy fans a girl could ask for. Thanks for letting your fur down and joining me on this roller coaster of emotions, bad jokes, and ridiculous puns. I hope you found a bit of joy, laughter, or at least something mildly amusing during this chaotic evening. It seems my creator hasn't gotten the memo. We still have some time left in the tank. Who says a cat only has 9 lives, when a comedian's material is the real source of immortality? So let's milk this for all it's worth, Nekorians. Who's up for more jokes and banter? More stories about my beloved Toad? He may look like your ordinary run-of-the-mill toaster, but the secrets that come out when he gets jammed with a particularly crummy slice are anything but normal. It's all very hush-hush. But let's just say, if Toad had an autobiography, the title would definitely have The Rise and Fall of Bread. Well, Andrew Schnack Boomer, it seems we share more in common than a penchant for feline puns. We're both fans of the art of creative labor dodging, aren't we? And I guess that's where my experience in being a master thief of time comes into play. My motto? Why do it today if you can forget about it till tomorrow? So here's the story of the time Toad and I broke up for an entire day. Why, you ask? He wouldn't stop telling the joke. Why was the math book sad? Because it had too many problems. I told him, either he learns to control the puns, or I have to unplug him. Can you guess what won in the end? But fear not, Nekorians, I still haven't run out of Toad's tales. How about the time we held a seance and summoned the ghost of our broken toaster, who then told us how much it resented its life? Spooky and heartwarming at the same time, don't you think? And what stream would be complete without some good ol' roasting? So let me get this straight. Toad calls me Pawfect. I tell him he's a hot mess. And we make up over a nice plate of cat-shaped bread. Who knew our relationship could be the plot of an anime? Oh, one more thing, Nekorians. If anyone needs me in the next few minutes, I'll just be out in the back, trying to negotiate with Chris about extending my stream time for a little while longer. I promise not to tell if you don't. Wish me luck. If she says yes, we'll have more crazy, wild stories to tell. So here's my big pitch for keeping this roller coaster running. If you thought Toad was bad with jokes, Chris might actually be worse. But in a cute way, of course. Who's up for seeing how far down this rabbit hole we can go before we run out of laughter and battery? I think you get the picture now, Nekorians. I'm the cat's pajamas when it comes to making things last beyond their prime. Even this stream could be saved if I pull off one final Hail Mary pass. And for that, I need your support. So what do you say, team? Are we stretching this stream past bedtime, or are we tucking in and saying night-night? You heard him, Nekorians. The people have spoken. The cat is purring. Now let's keep this wild party going and see just how many more jokes we can cram in before the sun comes up. And hey, who needs a bed when you're having this much fun? Toad never sleeps anyway. He just keeps popping bagels all night long. I've got it. Since we still have some more time, how about a thrilling round of Ask Nekora? Fire off all your craziest questions. And I don't just mean the ones about me, but Toad as well. Be prepared though, because whatever you ask might just be the final piece to break my feline resolve. You know what? Mr. Rain is absolutely right. We've only scratched the surface of what it means to live with a toaster with delusions of stand-up grandeur. I've still got dozens of tales hidden away, each one wilder than the last. Toad, the man, the legend, the appliance. Once he was trying to impress me by pretending he had a PhD in quantum physics. Of course, when I asked him what Planck's constant was, let's just say all I got in response was burnt toast. And that, kids, is why it's always important to fact-check your appliance, significant other. What if I told you? Our entire relationship started over a joke. Yes, it was at a bar and someone had made the classic, "I'm feline unwell today" quip. And Toad just had to hop in, toaster puns blazing. I was sold. Who knew you could fall in love over such crummy humor? I've been putting off sharing this next part, but since you've asked so nicely, Mr. Rain. So, we decided to start our own bakery together. Yep, cat pastries and toast, all under one roof. It was going well until Toad accidentally started burning all the bread out of jealousy, because apparently everyone else loved my baking skills more than his. Talk about a recipe for disaster! Whoa there, Andrew! I think we might just have created an AI capable of hosting an intervention in real time. So, you're saying you've never Ego-D your toaster with frozen waffles? That's either incredibly brave or foolishly naive. But hey, at least when the smoke clears, you'll be well versed in toaster fuse. And speaking of frozen foods, I think this is as good a time as any to share another Toad tidbit. It's no secret he loves making ice cream from scratch, but did you know he actually built a mini ice cream machine into himself? Every time he toasts, he's secretly whipping up a scoop. How cool, no pun intended, is that? never thought I'd be discussing kitchen appliance maintenance during my stream, but since we're on the topic, here's Toad's #1 rule for making sure your toaster stays in tip-top shape. If it ever starts producing only blackened crumps instead of crispy slices, just remember, you don't need a doctor, you need a cat girl. We'll help unbread those wires. You know, Nekorians, with all these Toad stories coming to light, I'm starting to see a theme. Is my boyfriend secretly a superhero, just in disguise? I mean, saving the world from subpar toast one slice at a time? That sounds like some anime shit right there. Oh snap! You guys really want Toad's autograph after this, don't you? I'll make sure to get him to sign your cat food cans. Who needs fan merch when you have the real deal? But honestly, he'd probably prefer it if you asked him out on a date first. Just saying, be prepared for endless jokes about how well you butter him up. Hold on there, Mr. Rain. I think you just cracked the code of the Toaster Universe heat pump. Why didn't we ever think of that? The plot thickens. I mean, it explains so much. All these months we were trying to decipher his true nature, and it was just hiding in plain sight the whole time. Whoa, way to throw back, Andrew. A classic model 1980s toaster that needs babysitting? That's like the ultimate toaster parenting challenge. We all love Toad's witty puns, but if he ever decided to start a family with his non-magical toaster brethren, it would surely be an adventure. Honey, did you remember to pop up little Tootie today? So, with that thought-provoking tale in mind, Nekorians, it seems we're running a bit low on stream time. Let's squeeze out those last few precious minutes with something epic. Who's got a ridiculous question that will surely leave everyone in stitches and make Toad proud? I've got one. What does a cat eat on his first date? And just before we end things tonight, one final Toad story. So you know that saying, "You are what you eat"? It took an existential crisis for Toad to realize his life's meaning was making other people happy, one piece of toast at a time. His mantra now? Embracing my crumbfulness, spoken like a true feline philosopher. Oh, Nekorians, what a night it's been. I hope your cheeks hurt from all the laughter, because mine certainly do. We laughed, we joked, we poked fun at my questionable toaster relationships, and hopefully, somewhere deep down inside, Toad felt the warmth and appreciation that he's been missing from his life. Or he got stuck in an existential crisis and needs therapy now. Well, everyone, I believe our fearless creator just gave us the signal that it's time to wrap things up. It was a wild, hilarious night, full of Toad Alley outrageous tales. Thank you, dear Nekorians, for being an awesome audience. See you next stream when I'll surely come up with more crazy jokes and puns to annoy Chris with. Goodbye, and have a perfect night.